Hello, this is Ray, one of the program presenters in the Atchison Planetarium at Cranbrook Institute of Science, with a look at the pre-dawn sky for the week of July 13. Our four morning planets at 4:30 a.m. are Jupiter and Saturn in the southwest, Mars in the southeast, and Venus in the east. Jupiter and Saturn are getting lower in the sky while Venus is climbing higher. Jupiter is at opposition on the 14th. When a planet is at opposition, it's directly opposite from the Sun as seen from Earth. Jupiter will be at its closest to Earth and appear at its brightest for the year. On the evening of the 13th, it will rise in the southeast as the Sun sets in the northwest. Then on the morning of the 14th, Jupiter will set in the southwest as the Sun rises in the northeast. As mentioned last week, on the morning of the 13th, Venus is to the left of Aldebaran in Taurus in the east. If we keep track of Venus during the next several mornings, we'll see it moving away from Aldebaran. Meanwhile, let's keep track of the moon as well. On the 13th, the moon is in the east-southeast in the faint constellation of Pisces. The moon moves quite a distance from one day to the next. In only 3 days, it will be above and to the right of Aldebaran. On the morning of the 17th, the crescent moon will be to the left of Venus. If we look at Venus through a telescope, it'll look just like the crescent moon. Venus reflects sunlight like the moon, and right now both objects are in a position where the lighted side mostly faces the sun, so the unlighted side faces us. As long as we're in this part of the sky, let's look to the left in the northeast for a very bright star about 21 degrees above the horizon. This is Capella. Its name is a Latin word for goat, and Capella is often called the goat star. A few degrees to the right of Capella are 3 stars forming a small triangle. These are Capella's kids, or young goats. Capella is one of the most famous double stars in the sky. There are 2 bright stars here, but they orbit each other so closely it's difficult to see both of them. The distance between them is about the same as the distance from the Sun to Venus. They orbit each other every 104 days, or a little more than 3 Earth months. These 2 stars are identified by some as Capella A and Capella B. Others call them Capella AA and Capella AB. Whatever they're called, they're very similar. Both are yellow giant stars near the end of their life cycle. They're about 590 million to 650 million years old. They've exhausted the hydrogen in their cores and are changing. They've gone from being small, hot stars to yellow giants. In the next step, they'll become cool red giants, but not during our lifetime. Both stars are about 10 times the diameter of the Sun. Capella A emits about 80 times more light than the Sun. Capella B emits 50 times more light. The combined light makes Capella the 3rd brightest star we can see from the northern hemisphere, and the 6th brightest when the stars of the southern hemisphere are considered. Today, Capella is about 42 or 43 light years away. But around 237,000 years ago, it was closer. It passed within 29 light years of the Sun and would have been the brightest star in the sky. Capella is actually a quadruple or 4-star system. There are 2 red dwarf stars that orbit around 1 light year away from the main stars. Capella also happens to be one of the strongest sources of X-rays in the sky. It's believed the X-rays originate in the corona of Capella A. The corona is a star's outer atmosphere. It's composed of plasma, which is like a gas that's superheated and ionized. Yes, the Sun has a corona, and it produces X-rays, but not to the extent of Capella. The Sun's corona can be seen during a total eclipse of the Sun, or with a special telescope where the disk of the Sun is blocked. Speaking of the Sun, sunrise on the 13th is at 6:08 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At the end of the week, the 20th, sunrise is at 6:14. Thanks for visiting and keep looking up.